Welcome to the Fashionpreneur Daily Fix, which will be airing live all day, every day. So, every day we'll be sharing one issue, one challenge, one learning curve, which we have as fashion entrepreneurs, and what we can actually do about it to change the trajectory of our businesses and our profits. My name is Uraola Obaka. I am called your profitable fashion coach because if your business isn't making money, why are you even in business? So, today we are exploring the topic why your skills are not making you more money, why more skills are not saving you, and what you can actually do about it. So, let's start with this uncomfortable conversation. You know, your business is starving. Yes, your business is actually starving. And it's not starving because you're lazy, but because you keep feeding skill instead of feeding structure. Yes. So your business is starving not because you're lazy, but because you keep feeding skill instead of feeding structure. And before you fight me, please stay with me. You see, most fashion entrepreneurs are stuck in the triangle of constantly trying to better themselves. You want to learn the new corset style. You want to learn the new style that is flying up. You know, there's always something new that we want to learn skill wise. But somehow, after we finish learning all that, and after hoping that it would actually increase our income, we find ourselves still stuck in the same cycles. Now, what is skill? Let's even know what skills are because, yes, we're talking about skills, why your skills is actually not saving your business. So, what are skills? Skills are actually about capacity. So, a skill is your ability to make a product well, your ability to make a product well. So you're a fashion entrepreneur. I remember one of my mentees, Miriam, who said she was the baddest ass fashion designer. She had been in business for 15 years, but somehow she still wasn't profitable. She was not profitable because she didn't have skills. She had attended programs, she would apply for things, she would win. She was always winning stuff, but when she wins, the money will just disappear. Fiam, she will not know what happened to it. So, yes, your skill is the ability to make a product well. But a business is a system that turns value into predictable income. Yes, put that in the comment section. A business is a system that turns value into predictable income. So, your skill is about your capability, it's about your capacity, it's about what you can do. But business is about conversion. It's about the bottom line. It's about, at the end of the day, how much is going into the bank account. Now, here's the hard truth. There was a lie that we were sold. And what is that lie? People will say, just learn this thing. Oh, when you learn this your skill, when you know it, when this your handwork, when you know this your handwork very well, you just start making money. That was a lie. So a lot of us doubled down on learning technical skills. And am I saying it's wrong to learn technical skills? Absolutely not. But what I'm saying is that after that, what next? So a lot of us learn technical skills and then we say, okay, if I just know how to do this new style, I'll be able to make more money. If I just learn how to do this, I will be able to make more money. So now you now know the skill. Let's say you didn't know how to sew corset before. Now you now went to learn corset. You went to Vicky James. She taught you how to make corset. Now you've come back and you are realizing that you have learned corset, you have learned structured bodices, you have learned boning, you have learned all of that. But what happened? People now come to you and they want to order your new skill level with the same old pricing that they had. So you upgraded your skill, But then you have to now know how to market that skill to be able to command upgraded income. So yes, the problem is not skill. The problem of the person who learned corset dresses and came back and is still charging the same price. It's not skill. The problem is that somewhere along the line you lost the pricing logic, or you didn't even know it. You lost the positioning logic, or you didn't even know it. And of course, you lost the structure logics. So yes, your skill improved, but somehow your income stayed the same. So now let's get into the meat of this session. This is a very short session. It's a daily fashion fix, so we're not going to waste too much time. Let's get into the meat. Let's diagnose your business, not your talent. So let's look into your business. Now, I'm not talking about your talent. I know you're skilled. I know you're excellent at what you do. So let's talk about your business. Now, I want you to sit down and ask yourself these questions. Ask yourself, you can write them out if you want to, answer them to yourself. They are your food for thought. Number one, if you stop working for 1 week, does your income stop? So if you stop working, if you get pregnant, if you're ill, if you have a hospitalized family member that you have to take care of, and you have to stop working, you can't actually physically be at your store or at your studio, does your income stop? That's the first question. The second question is, do you change prices based on how desperate you feel? So let's say you are a bespoke dressmaker, or you're a ready to wear dressmaker, whichever you are. And somehow this is February, Christmas watch has ended, people are running for Valentine, but it hasn't really kicked in, and your business is starving, you just need money. Do you say, okay, you know what? That dress now that used to be 120,000, let's just sell it for 60. Sorry, 50% off. Come and collect, come and collect, come and collect. Let's be going. So do your prices do you change your prices based on how desperate you feel? That's the second question. The third question I need you to answer is that, do you constantly have price debates? So are your customers constantly debating your prices? Are you guys always arguing? But yesterday, why is this thing so expensive? Joy, is it not just prep? Do you find yourself constantly having to justify your pricing logic to your customers? That's question number 3. Number 4, do mistakes keep repeating in your fashion business? Every day, are you troubleshooting something? So yesterday, you told your tailor, when you're turning a facing, make sure you pipe the neck so that the facing will not come out outside. And then you got to the store today and you realize that that same thing you told him yesterday is what he did today. Or did you tell them, when you want to cut, please make sure you do a pattern, and when you're patterning, test it on a trial before you make it? But then you went back to the store today and you saw them cutting freehand on a dress. So do your mistakes keep repeating themselves? Do you find yourself, so that's question number 4. So now question number 5, do you find yourself explaining the same thing again and again for staff or for clients? Do you find yourself constantly explaining? Do you find yourself constantly explaining? That is question number 5. Remember, we are diagnosing whether your business is malnourished. We are diagnosing how healthy your business is. So I say question number 1, if you stop working for 1 week, does your income stop? Question number 2, do you change your prices based on how desperate you feel? Question number 3, do your customers argue your prices regularly? Question number 4, are you constantly finding yourself repeating the same mistakes? Are you constantly finding your team members repeating the same mistakes? And question number 5, do you find yourself explaining the same thing again and again, whether to customers, whether to staff? Every time you are saying the same thing, the same thing. Yesterday, you were telling them about the process of closing a sales. You say, no, don't just answer the customer. Yes, ma, no, ma. To have a conversation, move to the next line, move to. And today, you still said the same thing again. Is that you? So, if you answered yes to 3 of those 5 questions, it is a sign that your business is most likely malnourished. In fact, it's malnourished, and you need to come and start taking Panadol quickly, quickly. And what does a malnourished business look like? What does a malnourished business look like? A malnourished business looks busy. You are always busy. 12 midnight to 12 midnight the next day, you are busy. Every minute of the day, you are busy. As you are dropping from your bed like this, back cam, customer order is waiting for you. You are always busy. But then you're not profitable. When I ask you, what is your net profit at the end of January? You're like, what's net profits? How do they calculate it? You don't you don't even understand anything called data, not to talk of whether you are making money or not. All you know is that you are collecting money, money is entering the account, money is going out. Somehow the business is revolving the money, but you don't know if you are profitable because you can't actually see 1 naira to remove. So yes, a malnourished business looks busy, but it's not profitable. So what do we do? Now, my Bible tells me in Proverbs that wisdom is profitable to direct. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Now, what have I said? I have said that skill is what you do with your hands. So you're a good tailor. You are skilled. But structure is how work happens consistently, even without your mood. You are not ready to show up. You woke up on the wrong side of your bed. You don't want to post. You don't want to even meet any customer, but that work is happening. That is structure. So structure is how work consistently happens. Whether you are happy or you are sad, whether someone died or is alive, that is structure. So your skill will answer, can I do this? So can you sew this corset dress? Your skill will say yes. But your structure will answer, can this process be repeated profitably? How many of that corset dress can I sew at scale to make me profitable? That's what the structure is all about. So your structure says that this skill that I have, can I replicate it over and over and over again in a way that is profitable, that is scalable? So I said that wisdom is profitable to direct. Direction is the key word there, not effort. So many designers, we have efforts. I used to be that designer. Hey, morning till night, I'm working. If I one night, well, I got home around 12 midnight. My mother asked me, come, don't you know you're somebody's child? Why? Who are you delivering cloth to at this time? Hey, that was the day that you were like, let me not hear it. So yes, we are putting in so much effort, but then there's no direction. You are putting in your effort in the wrong direction. And that's actually the problem with the skills. You have those skills, you're deploying those skills, but because there's no structure, there's no direction to your business, the skills are being dissipated. We can't see the fruits of the labor. You're like the beautiful fig tree that Jesus talked about in the Bible that he almost cursed. I say, if I come back and you're not bearing fruit, I cut you down. So you are so beautiful. People can see you. Your brand is big. You're making money. You're a beautiful fig tree that is fruitless. So creativity without structure will be chaos. It's not even will be, it is chaos. If you're creative, you are excellent with your technical skills, but you don't have structure, that is chaotic. So now we know what skill is and we know what structure is. Now, what do you do to actually build structure? What is that thing that feeds your profits? How can you feed your profits? Take a pen and write this down. Number one, documented processes. Documented processes. It is documented processes that feed your profits. So, if you have documented processes, you are able to look through something that you can replicate over and over. That is what feeds your processes. That is what feeds your profit. Number two, clear pricing. So you have clear pricing rules. You know your cost of goods, you know your operating expenditure, OPEX, you know your gross profit, you know your net profit, because you have a pricing formula that you are applying, and that you know if you do this, it moves you from struggling to profitability. Number three, you have defined roles. And when I talk about defined roles, especially when I teach people in the PFA Ready to Wear bootcamp, a lot of people think defined roles is about, okay, it's when you start hiring people that you have defined roles. No. So even if you are the solopreneur, you're the only one in your business, you need to have defined roles. You need to know that, okay, this is procurement, the people that buy stuff, fabric, trims, notions, whatever. This is production, the people that actually do the clothes, that actually sell. This is marketing, the people that actually go to the field to look for the customers, whether that field is your social media field, blah, blah, blah. This is sales, the people that actually close those leads that have been brought from the marketing people. This is order fulfillment, the people that actually make sure that those sales that have been closed gets to the customer. This is customer experience, the people that actually make sure the customer is satisfied. So yes, you might be the only one, but you need to actually put things in place to make sure that there's a structure. So number three is that you have defined roles, even if it's just you. And number four, you have what I call decision rules. So how do decisions get made? How do they get escalated? You have those processes, then those processes can actually feed your profits. Because do you know what? Whatever you do not document will be debated. It's when you don't document something that someone will say, hey, no, that's not what you told me, ma. You told me that you should do like this. You told me like you should be like this. But if you document, we're not about to be arguing. Who has that time? Go and read it. It's documented, right? Read it. So what is not documented will be debated, and what is debated will break. And that's the truth. And that is why in Luke 2, Jesus said that which of you who wants to build a house will not first sit down and count the costs. And I always say that counting the cost in that scripture is not about starting, it's about finishing. You need to have a mental picture of where you're going to. Because I used to say that when you know what is pursuing you, you know how you'll be running. That's the truth. If you come out of I remember when I was younger, I used to walk to school. I came out of my house to walk to school. The school was in the same estate where we were. And one day a dog started chasing me. Serious. I pick race until I reach back home. And as I reached home, I said I no go school again. But I mean, if nothing was chasing me, I would normally just take a stroll to school. So when you know what is pursuing you, you will know how you will be running. So You need to actually count the costs. Counting the cost is structure. That's what counting the cost is. What do I need to put in place to get me to that place that I want to go to? That's what it means to count the cost. So many times when we talk about, putting in systems in your business, putting in identifiable things that help your business grow, people say, it's God that helps us. It's God that helps us make, it's God that even helps people make money. It's God, everything is God though. So you just abdicate the responsibility that God has given to you to build back to Him. So God blesses, but He blesses the works of our hand. You must do the work. You must do it. That, you see that work that you're running from, you have to actually do it. So motivations without systems is entertainment. That's the truth. And that's why you you have all those skills. You're like, you know what, this month we are going to do, hey, we will make 100 million, we will sew how many dresses, but what system do you have in place to deliver that target that you have given yourself? What system do you have in place to deliver that target? So don't come on Monday and get people fired up, but by Thursday nothing has changed. You are back to the same stories. You are back to the same things. Because guess what? You don't need another word. You don't. What you actually need is a process. Yes, that's what you need. You actually need a process. So what do we do? What are we taking home from this life? So I like to give life action plans. So this week, scratch that. This evening, as you're coming off this live, or as you're hearing this live, or as wherever it's getting to you from, I need you to give one clear instruction. Whether you're giving that clear instruction to yourself or to a team member, once you wake up or you go off this live or you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to give one clear instruction to yourself that you will document one SOP. I did not say two, just document one. Pick one SOP and document. Break it down verbally. For instance, let's say you want to document an order to delivery SOP. So what happens from the time an order comes in till the time it's delivered? Just break it down. Break it down into simple steps like order received, payment confirmed, production is made or the cloth is taken off the rack, quality control is done, packaging is done, delivery is picked up by dispatch rider, and then order is fulfilled, customer, there's confirmation from the customer. Whatever your process is from order to delivery, and this is just an example, document it. Document one single process this week. So now, before the end of the week, have that process written down. Even if it's a rough draft, even if you're just pouring everything out of your head, have it written down. Have it written down. Whatever process you choose, whether it's how others enter your business, whether it's how prices are decided, whether it's how customer feedback is handled, what do you do when there's an error in a customer's order or you delivered the wrong order, whatever SOP you decide to pick, document it, no matter how peripheral that documentation is. So get clarity first on what that process is, on what that system is, and then you can polish it later. Right? So that's one thing you will do this week to move you from more skills to more profits. And of course, if you are tired of guessing what to document, because I always like I have a lot of mentees who are fashion entrepreneurs, and every time I say what will move you from being the one who is doing everything to being able to delegate, to being able to live your business, like I said, without being there, to being able to make money even in your sleep, is your ability to, you see all those things that you have in your head, it's your ability to transfer them. It's your ability to create a system for that transfer of knowledge. And that system is your SOPs. Now I know that a lot of fashion entrepreneurs are either too busy in the trenches sewing to actually create an SOP, or they don't even know what SOPs they even need per time. So yes, they've been having this problem. Every time that they come to carry order, they are always checking which order is the right order. They're always mixing up order. You've been having the problem. But you don't even know how to solve it with documentation. So if you're that person who is tired of guessing what to document, I have created something for you. Yes, I have created the SOP vault. So I have what is called the Fashionpreneur SOP vault. Yes, it is an SOP bundle that has made for you templates. Made for you templates so you can pick, plug, and play. And how do I know that these templates will work for you? Because I am a fashion founder like you, because I am a fashion brand owner like you, because I have been in the trenches with you for 16 years. So I know exactly what you need in a fashionpreneur SOP vault. And because I am still in the trenches, I am still the creative director of Wura. And Wura NG, it's a Nigerian ready-to-wear fashion brand. We make classic dresses for confident women. So yes, I am still in that trenches with you, going through what it takes to actually continuously build and sustain a scalable ready-to-wear fashion brand in Nigeria and in sub-Saharan Africa. So I know what it takes, and I know what your SOPs should contain. I know SOPs that you don't even know that you need. Yes, because I've been at this for 16 years. So if you're tired of guessing what to document, put a comment in the comment section. Say vault, 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 and we'll reach out to you with the details. So the SOP vault is open now for pre-order, and that document is going to be out by the middle of March, by the 15th of March. And you really want to start, you know, getting in that place where you're ready to have that SOP vault. A SOP vault is going to have made for you templates on order fulfillment, on production, on marketing, on sales, on content, on literally any aspect of your fashion ecosystem. We're going to document it for you so that before you even think that you need this SOP, you would already have it. And yes, it's a vibe. It's actually a vibe. So, what have we said today? That I used to think sewing better was the answer. I was that person. I was that person who thought maybe if I just know better, maybe if maybe I'm just better at my technical skills. But then I realized that technical skills were not enough. And quite frankly, that's why the PFA was founded in the first place. Because I needed to be able to provide the solution that bridges that gap between technical skills and profitability. You can be the baddest house fashion designer in the world and you will still be broke. You will still be broke as hell unless you know how to actually create profitably and actually structure your business in a way that makes you profitable. And the first way to structure is by documentation. And the first thing you want to document is standard of operations, the way things are done. That's simply what an SOP is. So, number one, document something this week. Number two, get ready for the Fashionpreneur SOP Vault. It's open for pre-order. Send us a DM, send us a message on Instagram, Facebook, wherever you're seeing this stream, and we are going to be ready to actually take you up. So, the final question I have for you today is, what is it that will end because you listen to this live stream? What ends today? Is it you're shouting at the tailor for getting the design wrong once again? Is it you're shouting at the cleaner for leaving cobwebs on the ceiling? Yes, even cleaning has SOP. Is it learning that is endlessly learning technical skills? Okay, I want to go back and go and learn the puff sleeve that is coming to this thing. I want to go back and learn. Is that what is going to end today? Is avoiding structure going to end today? Are you going to stop procrastinating? Procrastination, one na key fashion designer. Are you going to stop it today? Your business doesn't need more talent. If you know you have technical skills, you're the baddest as fashion designer, you don't need to learn again. The one you learn, also go. It's okay. Now let us see how to translate that knowledge in your brain to money in your bank account. So, if you know that you have learned anything from this life, I'd like to see what you have learned in the comment section. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to follow. And don't forget to share the link to a boss, to a fashion entrepreneur that you know needs it. Because sometimes we need to tell ourselves the hard truths that our fashion businesses should be profitable. This is the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy. My name is Wura Olaobaka, and I am called your one and only profitable fashion coach. I'm the only one who is interested, who is obsessed, who is terribly obsessed with your profits. And if your business is not making money, why are you even in business? I'll see you tomorrow on another episode of our Fashion Daily Fixes, and have a good evening, everyone.